New details tonight in a deadly police standoff. 4 officers died in an ambush of gunfire at a Charlotte home yesterday. We now know 3 of those killed were members of a U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Authorities say the shootout started as the task force tried to serve a warrant on a felon who they say was illegally in possession of a firearm. And tonight we are learning more about those 4 officers gunned down.
As CBS's Manuel Bajorquez shows us, an emotional police chief addressed the public today.
You have families that are hurting right now.
The chief of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department wiped away tears as he gave an update on the ambush that killed 4 law enforcement officers.
Shots fired at officer, possibly 1 down. Subjects, correction, 2 down. Subjects barricaded himself.
The shootout started Monday as members of a U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force were serving a warrant on a felon police say was illegally in possession of a firearm. As officers approached, they say the suspect opened fire. Initially, investigators suggested the possibility of a second shooter, but now are not sure.
The suspect at the time had an upper advantage to the officers, so he was shooting from upstairs down at the officers, both front and back, which also could be an indication that we thought maybe there were multiple shooters at the time too.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Thomas Weeks, a 16-year veteran assigned to the Fugitive Task Force, was killed in the ambush.
Losing a deputy, losing task force officers is like losing a family member.
2 officers from the North Carolina Department of Adult Correction were also killed. William Alden Elliott and Samuel Peloche, both 14-year veterans, as well as Charlotte-Mecklenburg police officer Joshua Iyer. 4 other officers were hurt, but none with life-threatening injuries. Manuel Bajorquez, CBS News, Charlotte.
Now, police eventually shot and killed the suspect. 2 people inside that home at the time of that shooting are now cooperating with the investigation. They are not facing charges at this time. As we mentioned, the U.S. Marshals Task Force was attempting to serve a warrant when those shots were fired. And that task force is made up of several agencies. They led 56 fugitive task forces nationwide. To understand exactly what they do and how this happened, our sister station in Tennessee talked to David Jolly, a U.S. Marshal in East Tennessee. He says his agency typically handles the worst of the worst.
We're out there going after the worst of the worst. And, some of these guys are, they're not good guys, so we try to tactically handle situations so that minimizes any opportunities for the people we're going after to shoot at us or turn into a bad situation or those kind of things. But sometimes they happen because that's the type of people that we're dealing with.
Now, according to David, the U.S. Marshal Service provides significant training for all of its task force deputies and officers, with the most recent drastic updates to training in 2011.